Thank you for watching avivTarot, and today we are going to do a deck review and flip through of this deck, Elemental Power Tarot. And I literally just received this new deck, so I want to do this review. Yeah, I just opened because I just did the Chinese one. So this is the wrapping paper, just to prove that I just opened it. But before I start with the review, I just want to thank whoever sent me this deck, because it was outside of my door yesterday, and when I was walking my dog, and I was like, oh, there's a package, maybe, because my neighbor across from me always order Amazon, and they always the delivery men always put it in front of my door, and I have to like drop it off to them. So I thought, oh, they just ordered something again, and I was just about to pick it up and drop it off, and I realized like the name was my name, and I was like, oh, what did I order? I don't remember ordering anything. and so like I was confused a little bit while I was walking my dog, and then when I got home, I opened the deck and I was like, opened the package. I was like, oh, it's my wish list. Someone sent me something via the wish list thing, and I was just, but I don't know who it is because it doesn't tell you. I only have the gift receipt in the package, so it doesn't tell you who the sender is. So I have no way of knowing who it is. So I'm just blasting it out with the video and thanking whoever that sent me this deck, and I am very, very blessed, and thank you so much. Thank you. Oh yeah, I cut my finger yesterday with a cap. Anyways, so we're gonna start with this Elemental Power Tarot, and there's 78 cards with 64-page illustration book. It's by Melinda Holm. And yes, it was a gift from Amazon, but I think you can get it on most of those major websites and also like stores as well. So let's see. So the box opens up like this, and then it's bigger than like a usual deck, I would have to say. And the booklet is actually quite thorough, if you can see. So with the major arcanas, they talk about challenge, apothecary, guidance, and all of that. So, and then the minors, they give you the guidance and the challenge explanation. Yeah, so I think it's quite thorough, and it's colored as well. Let's see. Yeah, it gives you all of the signs, and because it has the Hebrew symbols too. Oh, it's a Hebrew symbol. I thought it was the runes, but I think runes is the Hebrew symbol, right? So anyways, it tells you what it means too, so that's kind of nice. All right, so that's the book, and the deck itself is quite large. I don't have a really big hand, so if I were to shuffle it, you can see it's like just to my limit like that, right? So it's a big deck. All right, and as far as the paper goes, it's thick enough, but still thin enough to shuffle, I would say. Yeah. It gives me a feel of like a paper, of like a drawing paper. It's smooth, but it's not glossy. If you can see, it's not glossy. It's more like matted type of finish. It's smooth, but it's just like regular paper. It's not super thick, so it could rip with use, I think. So that's this, and then let me zoom in so you can see it better. There you go. Okay, so there's the astrology sign, and that's the Hebrew letter right here. So it's on every single card, I think. Yeah, the minor arcana as well. Okay. So we'll do a flip through right now. I'll stop if I, see anything special about the deck. So that's the Fool, the Magician. Yeah, one thing I noticed with this deck is that there's no human figure in the entire deck. So, it's elemental power tarot, right? So, there is just all like pictures, but no like human figures. There's animals, but like no human. That's the Lovers, Chariot. Oop. This is the Strength. Okay. Hermit. Wheel of Fortune. Justice. Oh, this is kind of cool. It's the Feather and the Heart. The Hangman. So yeah, see, there's no human, so it's all represented with elements. Sorry, represented with elements. So I would definitely think that this is not like a beginner deck, just because if you're unfamiliar with the basic meaning of each card, this might be a little confusing for you. However, if you're like an intuitive reader, you can probably, use the picture and have, sense some kind of a message through the pictures. But I would definitely recommend knowing a little bit of the basics before using this deck. The Tower, the Star, Moon, the Sun. Right, Judgment. There's no human. It's just like elements and stuff. So I think it's it's a very different deck, and I think it's good to add to like collections or using it as like clarifiers or something like that. Ace of Cups. And then the rest of them, the Two of Cups, Three of Cups. So this is more like the Thoth Tarot, where there's just the cups and all the elements and not any of the pictures like the Rider-Waite deck. So I think the major arcanas is still probably pretty okay if you're like beginner-ish, or but with the minor arcana, you really probably need to know all of the keywords associated with the minor arcana, and especially with these the court cards, they don't have any figures. So this is the Page of Cups. That's the Knight of Cups. And then this is the Queen of Cups. And this is the King of Cups. And I notice all of the King and Queens, they're so similar. This is, this you can tell by, you can differentiate by the little thing on the top. But it could be easily, mistaken by, with each other, the Kings and the Queens. Because it's like right after another, so I know. But I think even if I were to do it, I might be like, oh, is this the Queen or is it the King? So that's the Ace of Swords, Two of Swords. this is the Page of Swords, Knight. This is the Queen of Swords. This is the King. See how this is like super similar? The difference is between the middle stone, the middle jewel. One is vertical, one's horizontal. And then it's like this is slightly bigger than this one, but it's, you know, because you're putting it side by side to compare. But when you're just seeing this by itself, it could be easily mistaken, I think. Ace of Wands, Two of Wands, this is the Page of Wands, Knight of Wands, Queen of Wands, and the King of Wands. Again, it's very, very similar. I think it's just the placement of the jewel is different. This one is up here, this one is down here, right? And I think that's the main difference. Everything seems really close, like similar. Maybe just this top part is a little bit different. So Ace of Coin, Two of Coins, Three, this is the Page of Coins, and it's very hard to see the circle in the middle because of the color, but it's, you know, it's still fine. It's very earthy color, so it kind of blends in. And then the King and the Queen. This is the Queen of Swords, the Queen of Coins, and the King of Coins. Yeah, it's just the placement of the jewel, and this one has an extra one. And I guess this one has two extra little thingy on the crown, and this one doesn't. So I guess this one is, you can probably differentiate it a little bit more. But yeah, that's it. That's the end of the deck. That's all 78 cards. And so this is the Elemental Power Tarot review for you, and I hope it helps you decide if you want to get this deck or not. And thank you again for, you know, whoever that sent me this deck. I am going to make use of it in our next reading, and thank you so much for watching my video, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.